Now, it's no secret that Erling Haaland is an absolute beast, but I thought, I wonder how he'd get on in Football Manager until he retires. Is he going to leave Man City? Can anyone even afford to buy him? And I was sat there thinking, shall we find out? So that's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is going to simulate Erling Haaland's career until the day he retires. So, what is he, 22 years old? We're looking at potentially doing around about 13, 14 seasons here. Let's get stuck into it and find out, how does Erling Haaland get on in his career? And remember, if you do enjoy these type of videos, we've done one for Messi and Ronaldo so far, let me know in the comments who's the next footballer you'd like to see, how they get on in their careers if we simulate it until the day they retire. Let me know in the comments and leave a like on the video. Let's get into it and see how Erling gets on. So in Erling Haaland's first season, you can see he's an absolute goal machine still. 58 appearances with 37 goals, 13 of them coming from penalties, funnily enough. 26 in the league, he racked up 8 in the cups, and in the Champions League he's managed to pull 8 goals in 12 games played. And if we take a look at how Man City did, they actually come second in the league with a goal difference of 47, so Haaland would have had a good contribution on that. Let's skip forward to his second season now and see if he improves on them 37 goals, 26 in the league, with another season under his belt at Man City. So we're into 2024 and Erling Haaland has done his second season at Manchester City, and what is interesting about this season is it's not actually as good as his first one. It seems like he must have had a period of injury because he's played 11 games less in the league and he's only scored 13 goals in the league. Now, in the international scene, he's still scoring 6 goals. In the European Cups, he's scored 8 goals. So overall, he's scored 25 goals in the season. But what is interesting as well is it looks like Erling has signed a new contract, £450,000 a week on the club until 2029. Now, that is not bad going at all. And if we take a look at his achievements for 2024, well, he was the second best player in Europe voted by his peers. Champions League Forward of the Season, Champions League Young Player of the Season, and Champions League Golden Boot. Manchester City won the league and won the Champions League, so not bad going at all. Now let's see how he gets on in 5 years into his career. That'll make him 26 years old. Let's see how he gets on, and will he still be at Manchester City? Okay, so 5 years into his Manchester City career at 26 years old, Erling Haaland is still with Manchester City. That's the first thing. Secondly, I mean, he's not gone too bad, to be honest with you. 25 league goals in 24-25 and 42 goals overall. Unbelievable. 41 goals in the 25-26 season, 22 then being in the league. And then it drops off a little bit the last season. In 2026-2027, he plays 49 games, so still the same amount of games that he's played all the way through. Only 24 goals across all competitions and only 16 in the league. Quite interesting. Considering he should be reaching his peak at this moment, I wonder why he's dropped off a little bit. I did check to see if he'd picked up any major injuries in the 26-27 season. And there was nothing. Just a couple of days, that's it. So maybe he just had a little blip. Let's see how he's going to get on until the end of his career now. Is he going to leave Man City? I just don't know. How long's he going to play until as well? Am I going to have to sim for another 15 years? Let's find out. So the year is 2039 and Erling Haaland has finally decided to hang up them boots and retire. He retired aged 37 after a long, long career in Manchester City. In the end, no club could afford to buy him. If we look at his overall stats for Manchester City, 533 games played, 296 goals scored in the Premier League. If you look at a breakdown for that over the last couple of seasons, you'll see that the goal scoring did just start to dip off towards the end of his career. But as a 36, 35-year-old striker, still scoring 15 and 14 goals in the league is not bad at all. And look at some of them seasons there. We've got a 23 goals scored in 2031. We've got 22 goals scored in 2032. It was an absolute storming career. Look at this here, though. His individual career accomplishments, 62 times he'd come first in some form of award or trophy. Now, that could have been Player of the Year, Champions League Player of the Year, Premier League Player of the Year. 62 of them in his career is unbelievable. 41 major trophies. And if we take a look at his biography just down here, you'll see that he won the Premier League 7 times and the Champions League 7 times as well. The Super Cup 6 times. What a career that is. So that is how Haaland got on in Football Manager 2023. Will he replicate this or do even better than this in real life? Do you reckon he'll stay at City for the rest of his career? Who knows, an expensive player to try and sign. Cheers for checking this one out. Let me know what play do you want me to do this to next. Let's see how they get on in Football Manager as we simulate their career through to retirement. Make sure you like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Cheers.